everybody, and welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about Top Gun. We're actually going to be breaking down how they did the VFX for the original movie. So let's get started. One of the perks that Top Gun had is that they actually had the Navy's support. The planes that we see on the ground doing all the cool dynamic plane maneuvers were done by naval pilots. One of the things that I noticed that a lot of people talk about when they talk about Top Gun, and a lot of aviators talk, is that the sequences that they have are very close together. Like the maneuvers that they're doing are accurate, but how close together they are to each other's planes is not accurate. And that is correct. The only reason that they had to not put accurate distance between the planes is because it's framing. There is only so much cameras could take. We did not have the massive wide cameras or the 360s or even GoPros back in the day. There was limited space into how close a plane had to be to each other. If they actually did the regulations correctly and they used the distances in airplanes, we would have one plane scene on footage. And as much as that's great, it's not as entertaining as the firepower that we got. So we had flight simulations and they were great. Here's the problem. When you have amazing, beautiful shots of these planes, they still gotta blow up for a movie. So you do need some practical effects to come with it. Now the problem with putting practical effects and live footage of aerial planes is that, again, the CGI wasn't the level that it is now. Second of all, you're going with backdrops of the sky. You're not gonna get the lighting precise if you use a blue screen. So blue screen was used for certain maneuvers, mainly the crash that Maverick gets into. However, for the most part, the other stuff like the gunfire and the enemy plane, all of that was done with 3 sizes of miniature models. They did get them as detailed as possible, and they didn't use them behind a blue screen. They actually used the lighting of nature and they put it behind a backdrop of the sky so that it could be easier to splice together. That was their solution. So they had to use this drill that they attached at the bottom of the camera, and you would literally have another person turning on the drill when they were filming to create that motion of being in the air to match the motion that the other shots had for the rigs that were on top of the jets, which was awesome. I think that was very creative. Alright, so those were the exterior shots. That's how we got the beautiful effects of exterior. Now we're doing the interior shot. So if you've seen the newest VFX trailer release for the new Maverick movie, you have a similar understanding of how they did it. They actually put 2 cameras in the plane, one staring at the actor while he was sitting in the rear so that you could get the look of him being on the plane. However, he was only in the rear. None of the actors ever flew a plane. That was done all by the Navy. Woo! So I love that they at least got a chance to simulate and feel what it's like to fly in those jets. So they were in the rears. Something that they are doing very similar to the new Maverick movie is that they're getting the interior shots while the actors are on the rear of the jet plane. In the new 2022 movie, Maverick has like 6 cameras all pointed at the actors so that they could get the most quality and the most effect. This is all just for impact and movie. Again, we have the CGI capabilities now. We put that along with the green screen planes that we have for 2022 now, along with CGI and 3D modeling, and I cannot wait to see the beauty that is the VFX in the new Maverick movie. So they did do that in the old school movie where they filmed the actors in the plane. However, sometimes they're in front of the plane. They're supposed to be driving it. So how did they do that? Well, they did something that actually The Mandalorian has now done and is really known for: projection. which is awesome. So they use a mock rig up for the second part of the interior shots. So how they rigged it up is that they used an old crashed jet that the Navy provided them. They then put projections all around this jet in order to simulate the sky. They put the camera on a 360 rig in order to simulate them being upside down or right side up. This had been used in music videos and commercials, but it had never really been used in a feature film until Top Gun, which is awesome because we use it everywhere. You have the projection that again is used even nowadays in the things like The Mandalorian. However, The Mandalorian takes it, I think, to a whole nother level. If you want a video on The Mandalorian, let me know and I'll definitely do that. However, in Top Gun, they projected the sky behind them, they projected it next to them in order to simulate that. And I think in doing that, it brings a realism while using practical effects. All in all, this was an incredible engineering job that had never really done this scope. Before this, aerial shots were done using modeled planes or on the ground looking up, but never really to the level that Top Gun had brought it to, which is incredible that they did not use any CGI. This was all splicing and layering and compositing at its core. It's movie magic in its plainest form, and we're seeing that with independent films. Are you guys amazed? Do you wish that maybe we didn't rely too much on CGI as we do now? Or is CGI just gonna bring it to a whole nother ball game? What are your thoughts on the VFX for Top Gun? I think they still hold up to today's standards. Thank you guys as always for watching. You guys are awesome, and see you guys next time. Bye!